Hey everyone, Todd here, internalarchitect.com. In this video, I want to just bring up the conversation of what does it mean to be a cancer survivor. I've talked to a number of people, friends and colleagues, people that I've met that are cancer survivors now. They've been through the experience and they have come to me and just to kind of ask for advice here and there. And when I see them, lately I've asked them one kind of an important question, and this kind of gets to the heart of it now is what does it mean to be a cancer survivor? And I've gotten a lot of different reactions and a number of different kind of definitions, I guess, from each person. And the biggest thing that I've really taken from it is that each person has a very it means very something specific to them and what it has taught them. And there's no defined definition to it, obviously, because it is such a personal experience and such an important it's very, very easy to become complacent in a lot of things and just really go down that dark hole, that rabbit hole depression. And that's why I've kind of asked these people this question, because some people have really taken it as like, yeah, it's something that I've been through. I don't think about it anymore. I don't want to think about it anymore. It was such a bad time and a bad part of my life that I'm fortunate that I'm here, but I don't want to ever have to think about it again. And then there's some people that are like, this has been the best thing for me in my life and my family, and I am so grateful that I have this second chance. And so it ranges from one extreme to the other, just really depending on what the person's all about and what they really feel, and how they've kind of taken this experience to. For me, cancer has been a huge awakening for me. It means that I have this second chance that I can do really good things with, and I can talk to people, and I can help them through this really tumultuous time of dealing with all the psychological aspects and the physical aspects of what happens when you go through cancer. It has been really an honor to be able to talk with these people and to help them over the course of the last number of years, because they've kind of come to me as for guidance to begin with. So this has been a really, really good opportunity to help them with it. There's three phases of that I have really been able to kind of find that really make a lot of sense to me, of survivorship. The first one is acute survivorship, and that's really, it really comes down to the period of time from when you're diagnosed to the end of treatment. And just that's kind of, you're just basically working through surviving the experience. You're trying to survive the chemotherapy and the radiation and the immunotherapy and everything that kind of goes along with kind of the battle and the fight of cancer. It's really just a very kind of narrow part and a narrow vision that you are constantly really working towards, and you're just concentrating on the fight at hand and the day-to-day and even the hour-to-hour fight at times. I sure remember there were some times when during my diagnosis period where I was getting liver biopsies and had my lymph node removed from my armpit, to the mediastinoscopy I had in my neck to go get a biopsy of a lymph node in my chest when I had a recurrence. There's just moments where it's just like, you gotta kind of break it down to that moment by moment. And during that period of time, there's so much that you're dealing with, and you're in such a survival mindset and working with that instinct to just kind of, that's all it is. You're just kind of working on it day to day, hour to hour, even minute to minute sometimes. The second one is extended survivorship, and this goes from basically once you are done with treatment to like the first, you could go up to a year, first 2 years or so after everything, even just a couple months depending on what your cancer was and where you were diagnosed. It can be kind of debated, I guess, but give it a little bit of time after. We could even say, for my case, I would say it would go up to 5 years, because 5 years was the time that the statistical likelihood of me having another reoccurrence at that point really drops. So that first 5 years is really just all about from when you for just going through the tests, getting all the PET scans and CT scans, and dealing with the anxiety, the scan anxiety, learning about survivor's guilt, understanding what all these feelings are, and really starting to kind of work through them and start to figure out kind of where your place is after cancer, because it is such a trying experience that you have to really start to break it down. You have to, it's like, the extended survivorship is like the first bit of time where you are able to kind of breathe and start to kind of assess and really gather your thoughts on what the experience really meant to you. And that first period of time, and like I said, it can vary for person to person of what that extended survivorship period of time really means, but that's really a good part to just really figure things out and start to understand where you're at with it all, and what it really means, and how you can kind of, I think, where you can really start to grow from it, right? And then the third one is the permanent survivorship, and that's really, I feel, after your statistical chances of a reoccurrence happening go until the rest of your life. As cancer survivors and people that have gone through cancer, we automatically have a higher risk when it comes to later life or having another type of cancer down the road, due to the amount of poison and radiation that we end up putting in our bodies to kill the first one, right? And depending on where you're at, you might end up coming up with a different type of cancer, and then it's a whole nother battle in itself. So there's always this fear. Like for myself, I live in remission, and that means that there is always going to be a possibility that I have a reoccurrence. Since it's been over 5 years for me, the likelihood of that really happening really just drops off the map. And I'm fortunate that I've had great doctors that feel pretty confident in where I'm at and how I'm doing, that I don't really think about it much anymore. There's always this little nagging thing in the back of my head that just sits there and lets me remember that this was an experience that I went through, and that let's do what we can to not go through that again. So part of that permanent survivorship is really taking everything that you learned from the acute time of survivorship and the extended bit of survivorship, and now just really applying everything you learned. That means the lifestyle changes, creating the habits to really make sure that you are doing everything you can to not have this experience again, right? So those are, I think, kind of the three biggest phases of survivorship that you will go through. And fortunately for me, I feel at the permanent survivorship side of this, and really able to kind of help those that are in the acute survivorship period and the extended survivorship period too. So that's where I really feel people will be able to kind of, I think once it's kind of broken down to you that way, it kind of starts to make a little sense, and it kind of gives you a little bit of something to focus on as you kind of work through these steps after, as you're going through and after cancer too, because there's so many so many pieces to the puzzle that you need. You need someone to help you with it. So that's really kind of what it all comes down to. So yeah. So let me ask you, what does it mean for you to be a cancer survivor? Hit me in the comment section below and let me know. I'm really kind of curious to know what you guys think, what you feel like, what it means to be a cancer survivor for yourself. I can tell you it has been the biggest blessing for me, and I really hope that you can say the same thing, because this experience has changed my life, not only for the better, but just for the best. And I can't say I wouldn't change it. I wish I'd never had gone through it, but you know what? Because I did, I love it. I love where I'm at now. I love where I'm at with my life and with my family and everything. And that's why, I don't think I'd ever change anything for the world. So awesome. Hope this video helps you understand a few things about survivorship. And again, hit me in the comment section below, and if you like what you're hearing, give me a thumbs up and let me know that you like it, and I'll kind of keep creating the content to help people out like yourself. So thank you again. Appreciate your time and your energy into watching all the videos I put out there, and I will see you on the next video.